Hey ladies, so it's Mickey. Sorry for the lighting. I was just doing my eyebrows and I had the lamp here. I don't feel like turning it off. Anyways, it is the 18th of August and I wanted to apologize for the big, huge Veda fail that I had. Obviously, I just couldn't keep up. This week was our first week back to school. For the teachers at least, just trying to go through all these meetings and everything and doing our classrooms and blah 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 blah. Ugh, boring stuff. So yeah, wasn't able to keep up because I was just so tired whenever I would get home. Anyways, if you follow me on Facebook, you already know this. If you don't follow me on Facebook and want to, I'll put the link below and just shoot me a private message either on here or on Facebook. Let me know who you are and then I'll just add you. If you don't do that, I probably won't add you. So anyways, on the 12th of August, I went and had some blood work done, the AFP screening. If you don't know what that is the test to test for your I guess probability of having your child having Down syndrome or trisomy 18 or spina bifida. So yeah, what they do is basically they assign you a ratio based on your age at conception and your levels during the your levels at a blood work that's taken between, I think it's 16 and 18 weeks. And then they, I guess, assign you a different ratio. They have a baseline where it puts you under low risk or puts you at a higher risk based on those numbers. So based on those numbers, as y'all know, I go to LabCorp and they actually have a website where you can look up your results once they're in. So I printed them out this morning because I already knew what the results were. I just wanted to actually look at the numbers and look at the report itself. So I'm going to flip this around and sort of explain it. Okay, so let's see. We'll go with the cutoff first. So the third row right there. The cutoff for Down syndrome is 1 in 270. For trisomy, it's 1 in 100. So you can see right here in this second one, based on my age, I have a 1 in 493 chance of a child with Down syndrome. Based on my age, again, with trisomy 18, I have a 1 in 1,921. So there's no cutoff or anything for open spina bifida. These are based on my blood work. Down syndrome, 1 in 193. So you can see that's below the cutoff. So that actually puts me at an increased risk. So a 1 in 193 chance of having a child with Downs. And this one, it doesn't say a number, but I guess it was high enough that there's no increased risk at all. And then with open spina bifida, it was 1 in 10,000. So, pretty good. As you can see here, my HCG was 15,365. So you can see right here, if I can get it to, there you go. That red line is the cutoff right there. And you can see I am, for Downs, the screening risk, I am above that line. So slightly, but it's still there. I'm about 40 points, almost 40 points above that line. So that means I have an increased risk. I'm going to flip this around. So yeah, that means I have an increased risk, and the midwife wants me to, instead of seeing my seeing the specialist next week about the genetic testing, she bumped up my appointment to Tuesday, which is 2 days from now. So, needless to say, I was freaking out. I had my freak out moment. This happened right after I had walked out of the building. I was walking to my car when I heard the message. And she told me this all over the phone, which I don't think they're supposed to do, but this she told me. Yeah. I am well aware, before people start posting, I'm well aware that these can give false negatives or whatever. This is just an indicator test, meaning that there is a chance. Okay, so I know that. I did, like this information, that I know is from all you on Facebook that are awesome and, have told me I tested at this level and my child came out completely fine. So, once I started seeing that, I was like, started consulting Dr. Google and realized there's a lot of people that have had that. So it did ease my mind a little bit, and doing research always does that for me. It just eases my mind. So thank you so much. And I did contact a few of y'all too, that I knew had tested positive for it as well. The midwife told me that I could either do another type of screening, but again, it was just a screening, was not 100%, and blah, blah, blah. Or I could do amniocentesis, which is 98 or 99% accurate. The only thing is, according to Dr. Google, dear old Dr. Google, it shows that there is a risk of, like with everything else, there is a risk of second trimester miscarriage. It couldn't give me the numbers, the statistics on it, and that is because sometimes women do have second trimester miscarriages. So there's no way of knowing if the amniocentesis caused the miscarriage or not. So that's why they couldn't give me numbers. Still, that being said, I talked to my husband. When he got home, we both just avoided the whole topic. But right before we went to bed, I started talking to him about it. And basically he said what I was feeling. I'm still not 100%. But he said, does it really matter? Does it really matter if the test comes out positive or not? And we've been through so much to get to this point. Do we even want to have a slightest risk of losing our child? Is it worth that risk? And if we really think of it that way, then no, nothing's worth a risk of losing our child, and no, it, no matter what, this is our baby, whether it's born with Downs or not, this is our child. So, what we're planning to do, he's pretty much shut. He's done. No. My brain, the way that it functions, is I'm about 40% no, or 40% yes, and 60% no. I know it's a bit selfish of me to still want to do it, because I just want to know, because of just my own pure curiosity. But at the same time, my brain is just thinking, well, maybe I can prepare more. But can anything really prepare you for, first of all, having a child? You can read all the books that you want to, but until you experience it yourself, Like, can any book or any literature or any advice you get really, truly, 100% prepare you for a certain experience? And no, there's not. I don't think so, at least. So, I just want to hear from the professional, from the specialist, to see what he has to say, just so that I can say that I considered all the options before I made my final decision. And whether that is going to sway my mind to go ahead and do it, or whether that will just totally sway my mind the other way and say, oh, heck no, that's yet to be seen. We'll find out on Tuesday. So, it's a little rough. You know, there's times where I start thinking about it, but, you know, like my husband said, we're not going to love this child any less if it does has downs. So, yeah. We're pretty much at that point right now. We just are sort of in a purgatory. But in either case, like one of my coworkers said, it's like, you prepare how you've been preparing. Every baby is the same. Every baby's going to be crying. Every baby's going to be needing diaper changes. Every baby's going to be needy. So right now, just keep on planning the way you've been planning for baby. Baby needs clothes. Baby needs bottles or needs pumps, you know? It's like, okay. So that's where we are right now. Sorry this is rambly. Sorry this is serious and not me just being all smiley. Yeah, that's pretty much it. For those of you ladies who did have an amnio done, I would love to hear what your experience with it was. If you had any complications, or if you didn't have any complications, that, you know, any information you could give me on that would be greatly appreciated. But like I said, in the long run, we will make up our final decision with the knowledge of what the specialist gives us. So, yep. That is it. I'm going to try to record another video here in a little while, showing you my classroom. So, yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.